After 70, there is one test that predicts your independence better than your daily step count. It takes only 10 seconds. And most people fail it. Not because they are weak, not because they are lazy, but because something inside the body quietly slows down long before anyone notices. If you are over 70, I want you to try something with me right now. Stand next to a sturdy chair or a countertop, something you can grab if needed. Now shift your weight onto one foot, lift the other foot just a few inches off the floor. Keep your eyes forward, keep your posture tall, and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you make it? Or did your foot touch down early? Did your ankle wobble? Did your body sway? Did you feel nervous? If you struggled even slightly, do not ignore that signal, because research shows something deeply important. Adults over 70 who cannot hold a single leg stance for 10 seconds have a dramatically higher risk of falling within the next few years. And falls after 70 are not small events. They are often life-changing events. Loss of confidence comes first. Loss of independence comes next. And sometimes recovery never fully happens. But here is what most seniors are never told. Balance is not just about strength. It is about reaction speed. It is about nerve signaling. It is about tiny, stabilizing muscles in the ankles and hips, and those systems decline before your walking slows down. That is why two people can both walk every morning. Both active, both mobile. Yet one quietly loses stability within 3 years, while the other stays upright into their 80s. Walking feels healthy, and it is healthy for the heart. But walking is predictable. You always have one foot on the ground. You move forward in a straight line. You rarely challenge your balance reflexes. You rarely force your body to correct sudden instability. But life is not predictable. Sidewalk cracks are uneven, floors can be slippery, you turn suddenly, you reach for something, you step over objects, and in those brief moments you are standing entirely on one leg. That is when falls happen. Not during steady walking, but during transitions. And this is where the 10-second test becomes powerful. It measures your stabilizer system, the small muscles around your ankle, the lateral hip stabilizers, the neural pathways that detect subtle shifts in body position. These systems are called proprioceptive pathways. They are your internal balance sensors. And after 70, they slow down first. Long before major muscle weakness appears, you may still feel strong, you may still walk daily, but your reaction speed declines quietly. Let me explain something important. When you stand on one leg, your body performs hundreds of micro adjustments every second. Tiny ankle corrections, small hip shifts, subtle spinal realignments. Your nervous system is constantly firing signals. If those signals slow down by even milliseconds, your sway increases. And sway predicts falls. Not steps per day, not gym attendance, not even general leg strength. Balance under load predicts falls. This is why orthopedic specialists now view single leg stance as a vital sign of aging. Just like blood pressure, just like heart rate. It is simple, but it is revealing. If you could not reach 10 seconds without touching down, do not panic, but do pay attention. Because this decline is reversible. That is the encouraging part. Balance is trainable at any age, even after 80, even after a fall, but only if you train the right system. Not just walking. Let's talk about why walking alone is incomplete. Walking is rhythmic, repetitive, forward-moving. It primarily strengthens the muscles at the front of the legs, but balance depends heavily on lateral stability, side-to-side control, ankle aversion strength, gluteus medius activation, core reflex response. Walking barely activates these systems at full capacity. That is why someone can walk 2 miles daily and still struggle standing on one leg. It is not a contradiction. It is a training mismatch. You train what you practice. And if you never practice controlled instability, your body never adapts. After 70, adaptation becomes slower, which means intentional training becomes more important. Here is something many people misunderstand. Balance loss is not just muscle loss. It is neurological decline. Nerve conduction slows slightly with age, reaction time increases, visual processing becomes less sharp, joint receptors become less sensitive. All of this contributes to sway. So when you fail the 10-second test, it is not just your leg, it is a signal from your entire stability system. But this system responds extremely well to targeted training. In fact, studies show that even 30 days of balance practice can significantly improve hold time. Confidence improves first, then reaction speed improves, then hold duration increases. And with that improvement comes something subtle but powerful: reduced fear of falling. Fear of falling itself changes posture. It stiffens your body, it reduces natural corrections, and paradoxically increases fall risk. That is why balance confidence is as important as balance strength. Let me ask you something. When you stood on one leg just now, did you feel calm or tense? Did you hold your breath? Did your shoulders rise? These are signs that your nervous system felt threatened. The goal is not just to survive 10 seconds. Except the goal is to feel stable during those 10 seconds. Because stability without panic predicts independence, and independence is what we are protecting here, not athletic performance, not competition. Independence, being able to step over a curb, turn in the kitchen, reach into a cabinet, climb a stair without gripping the railing in fear. These moments depend on single leg stability. That is why this test matters. Now, I want to address something carefully. If you failed this test badly and you felt unsafe, do not practice without support. Always train near a counter or sturdy chair. Safety comes first, but do not avoid practice entirely. Avoidance accelerates decline. Gentle, progressive challenge restores function. In the next part, I will show you the 3 exercises that directly retrain the system's walking ignores. They look simple, almost boring, but they are profoundly effective, and one of them has been shown to predict independence better than daily step count. Before we move on, try the test one more time, but this time focus on posture. Stand tall, engage your core gently. Keep your eyes steady. Breathe slowly. Lift your foot and count again. Notice whether it feels slightly more controlled. Even small improvement in awareness changes performance. That tells you something important. Your system is responsive, and responsiveness means hope. After 70, decline is not inevitable. Neglect is. If you train balance intentionally, you can preserve independence far longer than most people expect. In the next section, we will begin with the first exercise. It is gentle, safe, but surprisingly powerful. And by the end, you will understand exactly how to turn 10 seconds of instability into years of steady confidence. Stay with me. Now that you understand why the 10-second test matters, we need to fix what it revealed, not with complicated routines, not with gym machines, but with 3 precise movements that retrain the exact systems walking ignores. We will rank them from helpful to essential. Stay with me until number 1, because that final movement changes how your body reacts in real-world situations. Let's begin with number 3. Number 3, heel-to-toe walking. This looks simple, almost too simple, but it retrains something your body has forgotten. Controlled forward balance under narrow support. Stand near a wall or countertop. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, like you are walking on a straight line. Now slowly step forward, heel touches toe again and again. Take 10 slow steps. Do not rush. And look forward and keep your posture tall. If you wobble, pause, reset, continue. Why does this matter? Because narrowing your base of support forces your ankle stabilizers to work harder. It forces your hips to make micro corrections. It challenges your nervous system to maintain alignment. Walking normally is wide, comfortable, stable. Heel-to-toe walking removes that comfort. It trains correction. And correction speed prevents falls. Do this for 1 minute. Rest. Repeat once more. Common mistake number 1, looking down. When you look down, you shift your center of gravity forward. You reduce vestibular efficiency. Keep your gaze forward. Common mistake number 2, rushing. Speed reduces control. Control builds stability. Move slowly, smoothly, intentionally. If this feels too difficult, stand next to a wall and lightly brush it with your fingertips. Not gripping, just light contact. As you improve, to remove that contact. After 2 weeks, most people notice something subtle. Their walking feels smoother, more controlled, turns feel easier. But this is only the beginning. Number 2, supported single leg holds. This directly trains the 10-second weakness. Stand next to a sturdy counter. Shift your weight to one foot. Lift the other foot a few inches. Hold. but this time focus on quality, not just duration. Stand tall. Engage your core gently. Keep your breathing steady, eyes forward, no holding your breath. Start with 5 seconds. Rest. Repeat 3 times each leg. 3 sessions per day. Morning, afternoon, evening. Why so frequent? Because balance is neurological, and the nervous system learns through repetition. Short, frequent practice rewires faster than one long session. Now here is the key progression. At first, keep 2 fingers lightly touching the counter. After 1 week, reduce to 1 finger, then hover your hand without touching. Eventually, no support at all, but always near safety. Why does this work so well? Because single leg holds activate the lateral hip stabilizers, especially the gluteus medius. This muscle prevents your pelvis from dropping. Pelvic drop increases fall risk. Strengthening it restores alignment. At the same time, your ankle stabilizers fire continuously, and your proprioceptive receptors sharpen. Each second you hold builds neural efficiency. Common mistake number 1. Locking the knee. A locked knee reduces ankle activation. Keep a micro bend. Common mistake number 2. Shrugging shoulders. Upper body tension interferes with balance reflexes. Stay relaxed. Common mistake number 3. Training only your stronger side. Always train both legs, even if one feels weaker, because asymmetry increases instability during real-life movement. Now, once you can hold 20 seconds comfortably, we increase difficulty. Close your eyes only for 5 seconds at first. This removes visual compensation. Your body must rely on internal sensors. This dramatically accelerates adaptation. But only attempt this near support, never in open space at first. Research shows that removing visual input strengthens automatic correction pathways, and automatic correction is what saves you when you slip. But even this is not the most powerful exercise. Number 1, chair squat with pause hold. This movement changes everything, because most falls occur during transitions. Standing up, sitting down, changing direction. Balance under movement is more important than balance while still. Stand in front of a sturdy chair. Feet shoulder width apart, toes slightly outward. Extend your arms forward for balance. Now slowly lower yourself toward the chair. Take 4 seconds to descend. Lightly touch the seat. Do not sit fully. Pause there for 3 seconds. Feel the load in your legs. Then press through your heels and stand. Slow, controlled, deliberate. Why is this so powerful? Because the pause removes momentum. Momentum hides weakness. Pause exposes it. And when you expose weakness under control, you build stability under load. Chair squats strengthen the quadriceps, the glutes, the core. But more importantly, they train postural control during movement. When you sit in daily life, you rarely crash down. But if your descent is uncontrolled, your risk increases. When you stand up quickly and feel dizzy or unstable, that is, transition instability. Chair squats retrain that transition. Start with 8 repetitions, twice per day, increase to 12, then 15. As you improve, extend the pause to 5 seconds. This dramatically increases muscle activation. Common mistake number 1, collapsing knees inward. Keep knees tracking over toes. Common mistake number 2, leaning too far forward. Keep chest lifted. Common mistake number 3, pushing through toes. So press through heels to activate glutes. Now here is the powerful connection. Single leg holds train static stability. Chair squats train dynamic stability. Heel to toe walking trains narrow base correction. Together they rebuild the system's walking neglects. And here is something important. Do not eliminate walking. Keep walking. But add these. Walking maintains cardiovascular health. These movements protect independence. When practiced consistently, most adults over 70 see measurable improvement within 3 weeks. Hold time increases, confidence increases, sway decreases, and most importantly, fear reduces. Because fear of falling changes posture, and posture influences balance. Now let me give you a simple weekly structure. Every day, heel to toe walk for 1 minute. Single leg holds 3 times daily for short sessions. Chair squats twice per day. This entire routine takes less than 10 minutes total. But the neurological impact compounds. In 30 days, your 10-second test will likely improve. In 60 days, transitions will feel smoother. In 90 days, your body will react faster without conscious effort. That automatic reaction is what prevents serious falls. But there is one critical mistake that can make all three of these exercises far less effective. And most people over 70 make it without realizing. We will address that in the final part, because training incorrectly can reinforce instability instead of correcting it. Stay with me. The final section may be the most important of all. Before we finish, there is something you must understand. The exercises alone are not enough. How you practice them determines whether you improve or reinforce instability. Most adults over 70 make the same three mistakes, and they unknowingly slow their own progress. Let's correct that now. Mistake number 1, training too safely. That sounds strange, but it is true. If you always hold tightly to a counter, if you never allow your body to wobble slightly, if you avoid any feeling of instability, your nervous system never adapts. Balance improves only when the body is gently challenged, not threatened, but challenged. There is a difference. If you feel panic, that is too much. If you feel slight wobble but remain in control, that is perfect. Your nervous system learns from micro corrections, not from comfort. So when you practice single leg holds, reduce support gradually. Light touch, then hover, then no touch, always near safety. But do not eliminate challenge. Mistake number 2, holding your breath. This is extremely common. When people feel unstable, they freeze. Shoulders rise, jaw tightens, breath stops. But breath holding stiffens the core in the wrong way. It reduces fluid correction, it increases tension, and tension reduces balance efficiency. Balance requires relaxed control. When you practice, breathe slowly, inhale through the nose, exhale gently through the mouth, keep your shoulders soft. The calmer your breathing, the steadier your corrections. Mistake number 3, inconsistency. Many people try balance exercises for 1 week, maybe 2. Then they stop when they feel slightly better. But balance is neurological, and neurological adaptation requires repetition. Short daily exposure is more powerful than long weekly sessions. 1 minute today, 1 minute tomorrow, repeated daily. That consistency rewires pathways. Let me give you a simple framework. Think of balance practice like brushing your teeth. You do not brush once per week, you brush daily. Short, routine, non-negotiable. Attach balance training to existing habits after brushing your teeth, while waiting for the kettle, before sitting down for dinner. Tiny sessions, repeated. That is how adults over 70 rebuild stability. Now let us talk about realistic progress. In the first week, you may not notice dramatic change, but you will notice awareness. You will feel sway more clearly. That awareness is improvement. In week 2, hold time increases slightly. 5 seconds becomes 7. 7 becomes 10. Confidence increases. In week 3, transitions feel smoother. Standing up feels more controlled. Turning feels less uncertain. By week 4, your body begins reacting automatically. So you no longer think about balance. You feel steady. At 60 days, reaction speed improves. Ankle corrections become faster. Hip stabilizers activate more efficiently. By 90 days, the 10-second test often feels easy. Some reach 20 seconds, some reach 30. But duration is not the only goal. Quality matters more than time. Stable, calm, controlled. That is the target. Now, I want you to retest yourself. Stand near support. Lift 1 foot. Count again. Notice the difference. Maybe it is small, maybe only 1 extra second. But that small improvement proves something powerful. Your system responds. After 70, adaptation is slower, but it is not gone. Decline is not destiny, neglect is. There is something else that improves quietly when balance improves. Posture. When stabilizers strengthen, your spine aligns more naturally. Your shoulders relax, your walking looks smoother. Others notice before you do. Confidence changes how you move, and how you move changes how safe you are. Let me address one final important truth. Walking is still valuable. Do not stop walking. Walking supports heart health, circulation, mood, but walking alone is incomplete. Balance requires intention, single leg stability, transition control, narrow base correction. These 3 systems must be trained directly. That is why the 10-second test is powerful. It reveals what walking hides, and now you have the tools to improve it. Heel-to-toe walking for narrow correction. Single leg holds for stabilizer strength. Chair squats with pause for dynamic control. Simple, precise, effective. 10 minutes per day. That is all it takes. 10 minutes to protect years of independence. If you commit to this for 30 days, your body will change. If you continue for 90 days, your risk profile changes. And perhaps most importantly, your confidence changes. Confidence reduces hesitation. Hesitation reduces missteps. Missteps cause falls. You are not too old to improve balance. You are not too late to retrain reflexes. Your nervous system is adaptable at any age. It simply needs direction. So here is your plan. Test yourself weekly, practice daily, increase challenge gradually, stay calm while training, and remember, the goal is not perfection. The goal is independence. If you found this helpful, save this video, return to it, practice with it, share it with someone who needs it. Because most adults over 70 never learn this. They believe walking is enough. Now you know better. Stand tall, stay steady, and I will see you in the next session.